Folks, hello and welcome back to the Marketing and Business Show. Guys, I hope you're all doing really well. I am doing absolutely brilliant. I'm joined here with my good friend, Alex Holoco in Scotland. Alex, how are you doing?
I'm good. And this is the second time we've had to record this specific episode.
Yeah, I know. We've done such a great job. I was really happy with how it was going. And then all of a sudden I looked and I says, hold on, it's not recording. Flip. Anyway, guys, we're here, right? We're here. This is going to be a little bit shorter because, Alex doesn't have time for this, apparently. So.
I didn't say that at all. Well, no.
I was a very busy man.
I have to clear this up. Like, we had the intro was like 5 or 6 minutes long. And I just said to you, look,
and very
let's
good.
just go straight into what we're talking about and just crack on. People. Okay, this all relates, right? So let's just jump straight into what we're talking about. We're talking about attention. We're talking about social media. We're talking about reach. Peter, you explain to the listeners what you've experienced in the last 72 hours.
Yeah, 72 hours. I was very specific on the last episode, or the last recording, or not recording. Basically, I've had a revelation, right? I uploaded YouTube Shorts to the classic show, the YouTube channel I'm doing. And in a matter of minutes, I had like 2,000 views. And I did this 3 times just as an experiment. And I was like, what has just happened here? Like, every one of those views is a person sitting at home. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on here. But all I know is, like, I need more content. I need more reach. I need to get this content, my content, every bit of content in front of as many people as possible, because that is so powerful. And Alex is a man that has been doing this for a little bit longer than me. And I was like, well, Alex, like, come on here and explain, like, what is just happening there, and why is content and why are these views so important in 2023 and beyond? And that's like a short summary of a 5-minute introduction.
Yeah. So we were talking about the base of the power of social media and how the attention nowadays is the new economy. So that's the new currency that everyone trades on. So a few years ago, obviously it still is a currency, but gold, silver, that sort of stuff was an old currency, but now it seems that times are shifting, and actually attention and the eyeballs that you can get on content and stuff on the internet is the new currency. So what Peter's referring to, YouTube Shorts or short form media, this has now become the most valuable thing, I think, when it comes to growing an audience, building something on a platform, whatever it is. It's a way of sharing your message. So whether you're a personal brand like myself and Peter, or you are a business, like you have to be on these platforms sharing short form media. This is the fastest way to grow. You can literally blow up overnight. When people talk about having overnight success and stuff, short form media has opened the doors for that to actually happen. Like I've literally seen it with my own eyes. I've had hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views within a matter of days on some of my short form content. And it's ridiculous. And this is what you've just experienced, right? I mean, you're similar to me, actually. So you've put out a lot of long form YouTube content. So you've put a lot of Range Rover videos out, like 15, 20-minute long vlog style videos with your brother, right? On your YouTube channel. And I've done the same for my Wolf Black Adventures YouTube channel. So, you spend hours and hours and hours creating a really, really cool long form piece of content, which obviously has its place in this whole attention building economy. But the short form, video, which, can only be literally, or doesn't have to be very long at all. You can make a short form piece of video that is literally 5 or 10 seconds long. And that is enough to grab someone's attention and create thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of views. And then obviously that can lead to audience growth, subscribers, followers, product sales if you are selling a physical or a digital product. It is absolutely mental. It's absolutely crazy. And like you've experienced, you can literally sit and watch your views go up by the minute, right? It's mental, isn't it?
Well, Alex, I was sitting there, right? And this is where the brainwave came, right? I was sitting there and I was just like, hold on, there's just been 30 views there a second ago, right? And then suddenly there was 70, 80. And then suddenly I was getting like 140 views a minute on these videos. And I'm like, I didn't put any link or any call to action in this. That's ridiculous. I've lost, you know what I mean? Like, but I was like, something just changed in me. And I was like, I need to do more of this short form. And like, what was pretty funny about the short form I was creating, right? Most of it wasn't mine. And I don't say that in a bad way. I actually used content from TikTok, put it over, credited the original person, and use this content to actually grow traffic to my own channel. And yes, we got some subscribers. We got, I think it was a 10, 15 subscribers from that piece of short form content. And you might know my goal is, and like we're a very small YouTube channel at the moment, but like if we keep at this, like it will grow into something quite big. And my YouTube channel only has about 550 subscribers, 540 subscribers, but that's really starting to grow faster now. But apart from that, like short form is bringing in all these people into the world. And I'm like, this is amazing. And yeah, this is my revelation. This is my revelation.
The way I would probably think about it is, if you visualize this, I know there's people listening to this and watching it, but if you think of this as a funnel, that's how I would think about this. So if you think of the top of the funnel, the widest part of the funnel, this is where the short form content will sit. This is the attention. Christ, this is the attention.
There's been an earthquake there, Alex.
That's me knocking over I've got like a phone stand here.
You're all right.
I've got like a editing studio now. We've upped our game there in Alex Loco Industries. So the top of funnel is attention grabbing. So that's where you use all the short form content to bring people into your world. So attention grabbing short form content is where you'll probably get the most reach. And then from there, you can funnel people down into your longer form content, like a podcast, like a longer form YouTube video, where you can build more trust with a person. You can position yourself as an expert, an authority in your space or whatever it is that you are doing. Or another example of this is you can move people off a platform and then onto an email list where you actually own the data, which you obviously don't own the data when it comes to having an audience on social media. But if you have an email list of people, then you do.
They're yours. It's funny, right? As people might know, as you know, like we've been involved in many different businesses over the years, right? We're kind of like we've done a lot, right? And some of those things have worked, some of them haven't worked. And I think one of our largest, I don't want to say failings, but a trick we missed in the game that me and you were doing, and we've only really started taking control of it now. In our two businesses, like together, with stuff we're doing together, we never really pushed that enough, I don't think, on social media. If I'm to be honest, I think we knew a lot of this stuff. We all knew it, but we just never did it. We were looking for this like perfection. It had to be perfect before we'd really push it, right? Whereas now I'm like, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be consistent and out there all the time. And that will build that momentum, build that, as you said, top of funnel in those shorts, in those Instagram posts and whatever we're doing. And that pushes people into the world. And then we figure out kind of what they want, because they'll be asking questions. Maybe I'm wrong on that, Alex, but is that kind of like if you were setting up a new business today, would you view social media as something like so important?
Oh, 1,000%. Like, I mean, social media, like there's still a lot of people that are clinging on to this idea that, I don't want to be on social media. I don't want to do that. Well, my answer to that would be almost like, well, why are you even trying to play the game then? Like the game of growth, business, whatever it is you're doing, building a personal brand, you have to be building in public on social media. You have to be. That's just the way everything's gone now. If you don't have a presence on social media in 2023, you are literally nobody. Like a personal brand, or doing what we're doing here, is how you build like a digital resume. Like gone are the days now are like CVs and stuff like that. Just say, for example, you were going to get a job, or you were going to, you were looking for some, like to start a new business and you're looking for clients and stuff. Your social presence is the digital resume now. It's not about having like a piece of A4 paper that says, oh, I've got this result, I've got this degree, I've got that. Like, when was the last time you literally had a job or did something and you could relate?
I haven't worked in 20 years, Alex.
No, neither have I. What I'm saying is, though, like digital resumes literally old traditional resumes, you may as well throw them in the bin because they literally mean absolutely nothing. I don't think, anyway. I think that the stronger presence now the stronger digital resume now is building online in public like this. Because, say, for example, you go and apply for a job of doing something. I guarantee you the employee or the employer of that business or whoever it is will first of all go and try and find you online. I 100% guarantee 100%. It. And they may not be looking for. They may be looking to see that you know your shit. like you're posting valuable stuff on the thing you're getting hired for. That might be the case, it might not. But they also might be looking for things to make sure that you are not a complete dick. You know, like things like that. And that's, to me, is why this stuff is so powerful. Like, you don't have to get on camera every single day. You don't have to do all this. There are many different ways that you can leverage social media. Like, you might not be good on video like this or audio. Then my advice would be not to do it. My advice would be to do something that does work with you. Say you might be more of a writer, which is what, you know, a lot of people are. Like, there's still definitely a big space for people who are creative writers who can get their message across through the written word. And I feel like I'm a fairly good writer. I don't know if I'm not an A-grade writer, but I feel I'm getting better in a way of being able to transmit a point across and explain to someone clearly what I'm talking about, which is the art of good writing. But I also like communicating on video like this. Like, I quite like this. And to me, I understand the power of building a personal brand and sharing my own growth, my own building of my personal brand online, because I know it relates to a lot of people. And although some people may not be at the same stage as me or whatever, they can still almost follow in my footsteps, and they can literally follow my journey on what I've been doing, how it's been working, the progress I've made. And that can act as like an inspiration, motivation, whatever. There's so many different, it literally is mind blowing how powerful social media is. And maybe now some of the light bulbs are going off for people in these last few years of just how powerful a phone and social media is, whether you want to admit it or not. Like, some days I hate social media. Like, it can be the best thing ever, but it can also be the worst thing ever. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a very toxic place if you allow it to be. Like, it's very great, but it's also, like, we've talked about this before about trolls and stuff and haters online. Like, it can be a very toxic place if you allow it to be. But at the same time, if you understand the power of it and know what you're using it for, you can use it for its advantage, and then you can take a break from it, move away from it, which is what I'm actively trying to do at the minute.
Yeah, well, to be honest with you, I think anything in life has positives and negatives. I try to use it all the time. Like, what I'm trying to, especially this year, it's like creative, not like consuming. So I try not to consume too much social media. I try just to be creating content. But even here, look, Alex, we started this podcast. Me and you were really nervous. I know you said, like, if you're not good at something, don't do it. Or maybe that's not exactly what you meant, but like, we were really nervous when we started this, I think. Like, and anyone starting out on social media, be it publishing about their business, about their life, about even if they don't know what they're publishing about, they'll probably be nervous. But I've discovered, and this was in the first recording, I think, if I can't find it again, that eventually you just learn not to care what people think, and you just start posting stuff, and there's that thing in their head, like, oh, what if I do this and people won't like me anymore? That just disappears. And I'm kind of like obviously, like, there's some things you will not post online, but what I mean is, in general, if you're just saying, oh, it was a nice day today, say with the weather, you're not gonna be like, what people want to think about that? You're like, no, it was a nice day. Just being very, like, matter of fact, just put it out there, start doing it, and you just be amazed where it leads to. Like, even this podcast is just growing for us, and for, I'm sure, for some of the people watching. We don't know what's a ripple effect it'll have. But as I said, man, over the weekend, just seeing those shorts and the reach they had, I'm like, that's amazing. And again, I'm just thinking now, like, you know, I need to be publishing more and more and more. I'm actually loving TikTok at the moment. I think it's just amazing. I'm like, yeah, I put videos up there and they got 800 views. I'm like, what? I'm like, that's only starting. And I love that you don't need a pile of followers to start using. Like, you don't need, everyone starts with zero, but with TikTok, it's completely kind of built around not having followers as such. You get them, but it's kind of, you can reach all these people.
I think the algorithm on TikTok works a little bit different than other platforms. And I think, to be honest with you, some of the other platforms will probably end up following suit because of how powerful TikTok is. Like, you can, like, it doesn't matter if you've got 100,000 followers on TikTok or zero. If you put good content out, it will be shown to the right people. It's not based off follower count. So you can go viral, or you can have videos be seen by hundreds of thousands of people, and you may have less than 100 followers. Like, it's crazy. It's just all the algorithm is based on its virality. And I think that's a really good thing. Like, it's a funny thing we're talking about this because, you know, you were just saying then about not consuming content. Like, you were coming on social media to do like things that are productive and stuff.
Create.
And
yeah.
in essence, like when we're creating content, we're actually creating content for people to consume. Like, it's so funny. So you're
But it's good
almost
content.
like, you're almost providing like the drug for somebody else. Like, I just had that thought and like, wow, this is weird. But like, if you point out high value content,
The drug dealer, Alex, doesn't take the drugs.
that's so funny. I just thought that. I was like,
true.
wow, we're actually like, we're not the people consuming. Yeah, we're creating, but we're also creating the content for other people to consume.
yeah. Small wheel and a big cog.
Yeah, but honest to God, like, yeah, if anybody is looking at, or if anyone's watching this and they're building a personal brand, or they have a business, or I guarantee there's people watching this that are like, well, my audience aren't on TikTok. TikTok's not for me. It's just for, I don't do dancing and all this. Like, just let me clear some up. TikTok is not about bloody dancing. Like, where's that idea come from? Like, maybe that's where it first originated from. But
Yeah, I think that
TikTok
was
is
it,
just like any other social media platform that you log on to, and it feeds you content. It feeds you videos of what it thinks you might like. That's literally all it is. It curates content for you. And if you're there with high value content for other people, then it will put those videos in front of people it thinks it wants will watch it. And that's how you grow an audience. And you can grow it bloody damn fast. Or that's how you sell a product. Or get people to come to your store. Whatever it is. Like, you can literally do endless things with the internet. And maybe that's just too overwhelming for people. Maybe we're just too energetic, Peter. And we're like, oh my God, you can do all this stuff on social media. And everyone's like, right, that's it. I'm unsubscribing from these two they're talking so much about. Right.
Here's the funny thing. Here's the funny thing, Alex, though, right? You know, one of the big things with people when they start on social media, they're kind of like, oh, what will my friends think? I was talking about that earlier on, like, and I've kind of shifted away from that. And it was actually funny. I'm going off a tangent now. I actually met someone at the weekend and they were like, oh, congratulations on the run. And I was like, how do you know? And I was like, oh wait, I posted it on Facebook like 5 times. That's how you know. I was like, wow, that's amazing. Like, people love hearing what their friends or even just people they know are doing. And I think that's great. But if you are nervous, like I was at the beginning, and you're like, I don't want my friends to see this. I just want to get good practice without people actually, you know, without me thinking other people what they might think about me, right? Basically, because people are too busy in their own lives. They're delighted for you, but they're not going to be like thinking about you all the time. You can start on TikTok, and none of your friends need ever find you, more than likely. If they do, grand. But like, reality is, it's going to be someone would you care what someone on the street in some other country thinks of you? Not really. It's the same on TikTok. So get better, hone your craft on the likes of TikTok with strangers, basically. And then in time, you'll be more confident and you might introduce your friends to what you're doing. But just get started. I think that's so important. I remember starting TikTok, I was so nervous, and now I'm just getting more and more relaxed. Like, if I keep doing that for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, it's amazing. And even like, it's like this podcast, like, it's just the example. It's like saying, we've been at this, I spent at this 3 months, and like, we are getting better at it, and we're not, we're just improving, and you'll be the same.
Yeah.
It's a mathematical certainty.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that.
So folks, I think that I just wanted to come on, talk about that. You can see Alex is passionate about it. I'm just so excited when I seen those views. I think it was something worth sharing. I'm doubling down on content creation. Everything's about content. I think it has to be. No matter what I'll do in the future and what we'll do in the future, it'll all boil down to content of some description, whatever that way is. And I think it's just something we just have to get better at. And if you're growing a business, or as Alex is growing a personal brand, double down the content. It's not going away. It's going to be here. You're going to have to eventually get onto it if you want to really succeed and really live up to your potential. So just get at it. You don't need anyone's permission. It's not as difficult as you think. It's actually not as scary as you think once you start. And yeah, just go at it. Go out there and do it.
Good stuff. See you next one, guys.
Yeah. Folks, subscribe. Talk to you later. Bye.